Hello everyone, happy Thursday. I hope you're all doing well. Happy September. I cannot believe I'm saying that right now. Can't believe it's fall already, although I am super excited for it. We have a lot of fun fall videos coming up, Halloween videos, 50th anniversary videos that I am just so very excited for. Now this isn't the normal setup. We kind of got some YouTube things going on over there, but I figured, you know, let's bring it down a little bit. We're just kind of chatting today, so I hope you all enjoy this video. I did really quick want to point out the outfit. This is the Casey's Corner shirt. Just got on my trip. You guys just saw the end of the trip videos. I hope you all enjoyed them. Christian and I had so much fun making them. I think my favorite videos were the Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios videos. They were just so much fun. We were having such a great time. I wish you guys could have seen the smiles on our faces on some of the rides, but hopefully you guys also enjoyed the videos. And now we're back in focus. I did also want to point out I got cute little like hot dog earrings, because Casey's Corner, if you don't know, it's on Main Street, USA at the Magic Kingdom, featuring hot dogs. That's really all they sell there, and it's so much fun. So I got this shirt on my last trip, as you guys saw on Tuesday. I'll have that haul video linked down below, and also linked down below I will have my last live stream I did a few weeks ago for you guys. Now, as I mentioned in that live stream, if you did not watch it, that was my last live stream for a while. Got some other things coming up here soon, which I'll talk more about probably like November-ish. We will get to that, but there's so many videos and things right now that we'll just get to it later. So just so you guys know, there are no live streams upcoming, but there will be some at the very end of the year. I love chatting with you guys on the live streams, and it makes me sad that I'm not going to be doing it for a couple months, but then we will for sure have a lot to talk about at the end of the year. So if you guys would like to check out that video, again, it will be linked down below. I'm answering maybe some questions you guys might be also interested in the answers to, and talking about some more Disney park news and things that I won't be talking about here. But in that live stream I did show some of the merchandise I will be showing today. Today's kind of like a Q&A haul video. I mentioned my past 2 Disney park trips that I was going to be doing a Q&A, answering some questions about my visit and kind of some tips and tricks for you guys. And then I've received so many items recently that I figured we might as well just share a haul too, because I really didn't get too many questions, but I wanted to make sure that I answered them here for you guys, just in case if you don't tune into the live streams, then you guys could still get to see and hear some of those things as well. First, I'm going to be answering some questions I've received recently, and I will also have the chapters in this video. If you're not sure what those are, if you go to like skip through the video, it will like tell you what section I'm talking about different things. So there'll be the Q&A and then also the like haul stuff. So if you don't really want to hear all this, then that's fine. You guys can skip to the haul part of this. If you did watch the live stream, I did want to say thank you so much for watching it, but I also am going to be sharing some other information here that I did not talk about in the live stream, so it won't be like all repetitive, just so you guys know. So the first thing I wanted to mention, talk about, is Rise of the Resistance. Now, funny thing about that, my past 2 trips I was able to experience Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, the attraction at Disney's Hollywood Studios, 2 different ways. And you may be thinking, there's 2 different ways. Well, yes and no. So on my June trip, I was successfully able to get a boarding group at 7 a.m. On my second trip in August, I did not get a boarding group at 7 a.m. Kind of panicked the rest of the day, but I was able to get one at 1 p.m. So, funny thing is, literally 2 days after I left Hollywood Studios, they opened up the standby line, meaning like there were many boarding groups open. Now, very, very interesting and funny, because I was panicking about getting a boarding group when like the line could have been open, kind of thing, if that makes any sense. But about getting a boarding group. So I think boarding groups are here to stay. They will be around, I'm assuming, for any other new attraction coming soon. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure will be opening at Epcot on October 1st, and there is some sort of like boarding group line virtual queue that you would need to get into for that. I'm not sure exactly what kind it is, although I think it will probably be very similar to what Rise of the Resistance is, because that system so far has worked just fine. Now right now, as I said, the standby line is supposedly open for Rise of the Resistance, although it could change any day. At the time I'm filming this video, it is currently open and they're still offering boarding groups, so you don't have to stand in the standby line, but they could easily change that tomorrow. So do not quote what I'm saying exactly about there being a standby line, because by the time it approaches the 50th anniversary, I don't think the standby line will be open. I think they'll be going back to boarding groups. It is just because of the park capacity right now that the boarding groups are not filling up, so they're just opening the line for whoever wants to go in and do it. So you could technically ride it multiple times per day, which is pretty cool, although there's no listed wait time on the app, so I have no idea how long people have actually been waiting in the standby line for this. So that's just my thoughts. Now, I know that was a lot of information to take in, so as of right now, boarding groups are still here to stay, although just note that they could change very easily, so just kind of find out whatever system they're using, or don't get too upset about the boarding groups before you enter the park, because there is a chance that the standby line could be open, although it has taken probably like what, over a year and a half for them to finally open up the standby line. And again, not sure if they do it every single day. I would not expect that for Remy's Ratatouille Adventure within the first year of it being open, just because that's the newest attraction at Epcot in quite some time. Kind of had to like regroup there for a moment. So my tips for getting a boarding group for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance would be to try to get the one at 7 a.m. If you're heading to the park, you know it's going to be busy. You kind of just want to be sure that you're good in the system. So you would have to log on to your My Disney Experience app, and I would open the app about like 10 minutes before 7. So 6:50, I would have the app open and I'd be refreshing, like just about every minute. Nothing would really happen, but just so you know. I also forgot to say, whenever you open the My Disney Experience app, you want to go down to join a virtual queue. Again, if it is still like that at this point, there will be a button that says join virtual queue, so you would then click on that and refresh that page. So we refreshed the page at, we pulled up the world clock on another device so we could see the seconds leading up to 7 o'clock. So you want to refresh your phone that you're trying to get the boarding group on like 0.57 seconds before 7 o'clock, and that goes the same for the 1 o'clock one. At like 12:59 and 57 seconds you want to refresh your phone, and within like, or maybe 58, like that's kind of what we tried both times, and it has come up. I almost got the 7 a.m. boarding group on my second trip, although everyone that was in our group was not added to My Disney Experience. They were not added to like my family on the app, so everyone that was in our group I could not add to the boarding group, so we wouldn't all be able to ride it. So I just canceled our boarding group because not everyone was on my phone. So I had to use another person's phone at 1 o'clock that did have everyone added. So definitely before you go on your trip, make sure that everyone that is in your group, whether like they're traveling separately and you're just meeting up with them for that day, make sure that all those people are added to your phone. That way you can add them all to your boarding group. That was just a mistake of mine. So we would have gotten that boarding group. Now, when we stayed on property in June, super easy to get it. We had no issues. Now, in August, we were not staying on property. Again, I did have that slight phone issue. Otherwise, I think we would have gotten it, although it was within a second they were gone in August. So I do think if you're staying on property, you have a better chance of getting a boarding group, although it's not confirmed. That's just personally my thoughts. Both times I've been to Hollywood Studios, I've been able to get in boarding group. I was worrying about it all day, but I don't think I really needed to. I think like they're the system's definitely getting a little bit easier than like it initially was because the ride has now been around for some time. So there's kind of that like balance there that's working out. So I hope that all of that made sense. I know I was getting some questions about how that kind of worked. So hopefully I answered that. Now as I pull up the other Q&A questions, I did want to also state that if you are trying to get the 1 p.m. boarding group, you did not get it at 7 a.m. When you are in the park at 1 p.m., do not be on the Disney Wi-Fi. I think that's also kind of how we got this boarding group, is you want to take yourself off of the Disney Wi-Fi, refresh at that time, and you should be all good to go, because everyone is on the Disney Wi-Fi trying to do the exact same thing as you, making it much more difficult for the system to work properly. So that's just kind of another little tip if you kind of want to be extra sure. Although this, you know, I'm giving you guys my tips, there's still no guarantee that it would work for you or work for me next time, but I'm just going to go about those same strategies, and it's worked out for me so far. Now, these questions you guys will see are from a couple months ago. I am gathering them from all of my recent trip videos. Now, a lot of the questions I do reply to right away or within like the week of the video being posted. So some of the like newer questions I probably already answered in the comments of the videos. I do my best to respond to as many things as I can, and I did want to thank you all so much for your support, for your love and everything in the comments. It means so very much to me. I love hearing your feedback, your thoughts, and it is much, much appreciated. So let's jump into the first question. What locations have popcorn buckets? So also note, I'm answering these questions for Walt Disney World, although it also applies to Disneyland as well. You will find popcorn buckets at any popcorn cart. There are quite a few in all of the theme parks, but the most common place to find a popcorn cart is in the entrance way, the center-ish area of the park. For example, in Animal Kingdom, I know a very specific cart that will always have a popcorn bucket right when you're walking in the right of the Tree of Life. There's always a popcorn cart there. In Epcot, there's always a popcorn cart right outside of Figment. I mean, note these popcorn carts could move if you're watching this video a couple years after it was posted, but as far as I know, like, those carts have always been there. They don't really move that much. There are multiple popcorn carts within each park, just note that. I'm just thinking of the ones off the top of my head that, like, I always like kind of check in with to see if they have any new buckets. At Disney's Hollywood Studios, as you're walking down Hollywood Boulevard and you're coming up on the Chinese Theater, it will kind of split off in two directions where you can head towards Echo Lake, or you can start heading over towards like Toy Story Land ish. You're still kind of in the Hollywood area, and there's a cart always there that serves popcorn. And then in Magic Kingdom, right when you walk into the hub area, you're facing the partner statue in the center on both the right and left between the entrances to Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, and Liberty Square and Adventureland. You will see two identical popcorn carts on each side. Back in Fantasyland, in the Big Top Circus area, there's also a popcorn cart right before you enter the area with Dumbo and the Barnstormer. So those are like key places I always check in with every time. They often have popcorn buckets. Again, that could change any day, but those are the places I know for sure as of the filming of this that have always had popcorn buckets. And with that in mind, I also hope they make one for the 50th. Can you re-rank the Pixar movies soon? I would love to do that. I would love to add Luca to my list, and I can say that it is definitely towards the top of my list. Although there are many more Pixar movies coming out soon, so I think I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, wait till just some more movies come out, that way I'll probably have to rearrange like my whole list. How did you get to the character warehouse since you and your friend flew to Disney? So this is the June trip question, and I often say in those character warehouse videos that there is no direct transportation to the Vineland or the international premium outlets that are outside of Walt Disney World. You can get an Uber or taxi or anything like that, but our families actually came down and met up with us for the end of the trip to kind of celebrate graduation too, so we actually got a ride from them. I'd love to see more Disney vlogs or maybe some art time with you. Thank you so much. I would love to do more of those videos, and I definitely think that's kind of where my channel's gonna go here in I want to say near future, but it's still going to be a while. This channel focuses on merchandise. I will always make videos about merchandise in my collection. I always like to make, this channel, everything is all about Disney, Disney only, so it is only going to be about Disney merchandise, my trips to the parks, kind of my Disney day in the life like this, and then I would love to share more of my art with you. I'm like kind of working on some things right now, but it's kind of a time. So eventually, yes, I would love to do more of that. It's just not in like the time frame right now. So just stay tuned. Why were you wearing a mask on some rides but not others? So I did actually reply to this in the comments, but I did want to address it again for those who did not see that. At the time, this was my June trip, so masks were not required like at all. At the end of my trip, it actually just changed to cast members did not have to wear masks anymore, outside and all that, like inside, outside, whatever. So rules were changing the entire time I was there on my June trip, so they were not required for guests like at all. I just felt most comfortable wearing it where I did not feel comfortable, where it was a little bit more crowded, but as of the filming of this video, masks are still required on attractions, which you guys saw in my August video. So there's kind of like, at the time, I didn't have to wear it anyway. I just wore it because I didn't feel most comfortable in those situations. So that's kind of like why that was happening. What new emos did you take? So this is for my August trip. I ended up taking Goofy, Max, and Ariel to kind of fit the vibe. I know I never really said or showed them in the videos, but you guys can see pictures of them enjoying their park visits over on Instagram. Do you think is better, Disney or Universal? This is always a funny question to me because I'm already gonna say Disney for many reasons, but just to make it simple, I really appreciate how Disney is themed out. They pay attention to every detail. They are just, I don't know, I can never like describe the magical feeling of walking into a Disney park, but it truly feels like you're not like in reality anymore. My experience with Universal, my last experience with Universal, I was 4, so I did not really get to ride anything. I am a roller coaster person, so I'm sure I would personally love the roller coasters at that park. I'm personally not a fan of any of their movies or like IPs that they have with any of their attractions, so that's why I'm not really a fan. But I know that could change. Like, for example, anyone could say that they like love Harry Potter, but they prefer like the immersion and the experience that Disney offers. So it's like more of a personal preference. I feel like Universal is more of an amusement park and Disney is a theme park. Like, I cannot like compare Disney to anything just because of like their standards for things and just the experience that you get throughout your entire trip, where Universal, like, you're still kind of in the city, you still kind of see the outside world a little bit from what I remember, from what I've seen recently, but that's just my personal preference. Some people may like that amusement park vibe better than Disney, but that's just kind of how I compare them, but to me they're like two completely different things. What do you use to edit your videos? I currently use Premere Pro, although if you're starting out here on YouTube, I would highly recommend using iMovie. If you'd like to see any more of that kind of editing video information, I always have it in the description of every single video. Whenever I was first starting YouTube, I was always watching a bunch of videos trying to figure out like what software, what equipment did they use to make those videos, just because I wanted to like learn how to get to that point. So in all of my videos, I always include in the description what was used to make them, just to help you guys out. And the final question, do you think they will do Duffy in 50th anniversary? You know, I would love to say yes, absolutely, but I don't think so, and that makes me really sad, just because Duffy is being faded out of the US parks, and it makes me so very sad. I have not seen Duffy or any of Duffy's outfits at Walt Disney World, I think the past like 2 years, and it makes me so very sad. I would love to say like 100% yes. If he does come up, I will be so very happy. although I don't think that he will. I would love to see Duffy merchandise. I would love to see at least a Duffy outfit for the 50th. I would love to see new Emos outfits for the 50th, but I have high hopes of them, but I'm not gonna get too excited because they most likely won't. I'm not really sure. I've also seen some information about some like rumored upcoming wishables. This month is Villains in preparation for Halloween. It's a pretty cool series. And then the next rumored series I've heard so far is Snow White, which to be honest I'm kind of disappointed about because I'm hoping there's going to be a set for the 50th. It really surprises me how much stuff they made for the 65th anniversary, and as of right now what they have for the 50th. I know we're probably going to get a lot more than we think just because this will be an 18-month long celebration, so I definitely think there will be more items and things, but as of right now, like, I really hope that we do get Funko Pops and that we do get 50th wishables, because I think the 50th is much more of a milestone than the 65th. Those were all the questions. I hope all of the answers helped you guys out. I actually had a lot of fun answering them. I know this video is probably really long already, but I hope you guys enjoyed just a little bit of chatting. So, apologies, you guys will notice a change in audio and in video right now because I actually just switched to my other camera. I was using my vlogging camera, and now we're on the actual camera I used to film the videos here in my room because both batteries died, the memory card was full, and now we're on the last battery of this bigger camera, so I need to recharge some batteries from my trip now, so apologies for that. But we're going to jump into the haul section of this video now. These are some really cool items that I wanted to make sure you guys knew about because they are like very unique, very special, and I think many of you guys will like to see them. So these first 3 items I ordered from Target, and they do have some other ones on pre-order now. Many of you may be familiar with or may remember the little golden books that often have many popular stories. Recently they have been releasing ones themed to the Disney parks, which I think is so very cool. You guys can see here they have one themed to the Haunted Mansion, and they're just the little paper books. You guys can see, I just want to show some, like, the artwork is so very fun. It kind of tells the story of the Haunted Mansion and shows you like them at the park and doing all the fun things. And I forget, oh, these were $5.99. You had to spend, I believe, $30 or $35 for them to be able to ship. I don't think that they're in store. I think they're only online. But if you're interested, I would definitely go check it out on the Target website. I also ordered the It's a Small World one, which is so very cute, and the Jungle Cruise one. Right now, I believe the ones on pre-order are the Space Mountain one, and then they're also going to have one, I believe it's just about the Magic Kingdom, but it does have the 50th logo on it. So I do think that these are kind of being released along with the 50th anniversary stuff, so we'd definitely go check these out. I just think those are so neat. They're kind of like retro-y old looking, but they're so like cute stories. Would be so fun to have. And then I did want to share that I picked up some magazines you guys might also be interested in. I believe this one was $14.99. I found it at Rite Aid, and it is the story of Marvel. It is so very interesting. I started looking through some of it, and it has pictures there of Avengers Campus. It also talks about Stan Lee there way back in the beginning, kind of how the idea came to him, and then it also goes through all of the different Marvel phases of the movies, and it breaks down each movie. It shares their release date, their order, how much they made in the box office, and it also explains the post-credit scenes, which I think is super interesting. It also talks about the different Disney Plus shows, and then here in the back it also talks about the upcoming movies like Guardians 3 and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Spider-Man No Way Home. So I thought this was super cool. It has lots of really great artwork in it. Even if you just like to look at that, it is so very neat. Another magazine that I picked up is the Remind, kind of the 50 years of Walt Disney World. really like retro looking. This was $4.99, and this kind of goes over tips for collecting Disney Anna, so it's kind of Disney merchandise related. There is some other kind of random stuff in here, but then it goes through Disney through the decades, kind of talks about the movies and things too, which is pretty fun. Next stop is Target. I wanted to share some fun display finds you guys will see here in the upcoming Halloween videos. I found these in like the dollar section. This was $5 for a set of 3 risers. So you guys can see there's like the small, medium, and large one. So I'm going to use those like in my display to kind of like stack some things. Maybe popcorn buckets or Nuimos can have like their own little stage or something fun. So that will be a really, really nice piece to have, and those I can also use all year. They're not very like Halloween specific. And then I also found in that same section this cool little display piece. This was $3, and it is kind of a bright Halloween-y orange with a glass lid to it. So I think it'd be cool if I put like a Vinylmation in there or a Mystery Mini in there to kind of like showcase them for Halloween. I also picked up one of the window clings. This was $1. It says Happy Halloween, got some bats and things on it. And these also work on the display case, so I'm looking forward to putting those up. And then the last item, I believe from Target, is this countdown calendar. How adorable is this? This was also $4.99. It is 13 days of Halloween fun. And this is themed to Mickey and Minnie, so every day you kind of lift up one of the little flaps and it will count down to Halloween. I think that there will just be like stickers under the flaps or different characters or something. I'm not really sure, but I'll definitely kind of show over on Instagram or TikTok kind of what it looks like as you lift up the different flaps counting down to Halloween. Okay, next we kind of got some randomness. I've gotten some random things in the mail and stuff recently. This is from Shop Disney. This is the pumpkin cushion. This is so very cute. It's a little bit rough, though it's not very plushy feeling. It definitely is a cushion. You guys can see really cool little shading there on this character with like the tones of purple and the face, fun like folly patterns and things. It reminds me a lot of the merchandise I saw on my trip. It says Hey Pumpkin on the back, and it also has a flat little bottom too that will look really cute on my little desk chair. This was $29.99, and I think this is a really fun piece to have. I think I'm definitely going to cut off this big tag though. Also from Shop Disney, I picked up a Disney key. This one is themed to the Haunted Mansion. The background of this key contains the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. There you can see some classic logos on it too, our Disney logos, our general information there. I like Madame Leota on the back. We have our window there on the top of the box, leading back down to the front. The key does state there on the end, Haunted Mansion, with the wallpaper there on the castle. We also have Madame Leota there in the center with some different symbols, and then once again the wallpaper there on the Disney D. Hopefully you guys were able to see that one okay. It has like some cool like wear and tear on it too, which I think is really, really neat. I think this is definitely a fun one. I hope they continue to release more park ones. I know I say that every single time, but I really hope that they do. Next up, we'll keep the theme of Haunted Mansion. At Lowe's, I found this LED shadow lights little projector thing. I believe this was like $16.99 or $15.99 or something like that, but I know it's kind of hard to tell. You can see there the hitchhiking ghosts, some of the little gargoyles, the logos, the little brides and heads and all the things there. I think this is so cool, and it changes colors. So this will also be really fun to have up in my room this year. We'll just continue our themes of lights and decor for a moment. This was found at Marshall's for $14.99. This is a 21-inch tall Mickey Mouse inflatable. So this should like fit in my display, I think. It's USB or battery operated. So it's like a tabletop, like inflatable little Mickey Mouse. So I will definitely open this up whenever I do set up my Halloween display. So I'll show it in the room like cleaning video for the Halloween display so you guys can see me kind of figure this out. I'm really excited to open it, but I'm going to try to wait a little bit longer before I jump into the Halloween stuff. And then the last item there for the decor and things, this was found at TJ Maxx for $16.99. This is so cool. These are projection lights. Oh my goodness. They're 8.2 feet long, and there is a little demo on here so you guys can see what they look like.
Which is which? Can you tell me please, oh which is which? Is it me or do they all look alike? One is on a broom and one is on a bike. Which is which?
So that's the Try Me. I don't know if it goes through the whole song or not, but that is the Which is Which song. I actually heard it at Boo Bash. Come home, find this. Everything kind of comes full circle. This is so neat. For $16.99 to have the projection faces, I thought was such a good deal. Like an insane deal. There are 8 pumpkins on this strand, and I think this song is already stuck in my head, so we're definitely going to enjoy this one. Would definitely hunt this down if you could. I think it's amazing, but they sold out immediately whenever I found that one, so wishing you guys all luck in finding that because it is very, very cool. And then also, here we got some more decor-y things. This is a plate set, a 2-pack plate set. I'm not seeing the price on this, so I'll have to ask Mother Cupcake picked this up for me. This is so neat. We kind of got these retro-y plates there of Mickey and Minnie and Goofy and Donald. This kind of looks like Tower of Terror kind of vibes. Really, really cute. They are the Zach plates. They're like the thick, like plastic. Those will be fun to use and also for display. Okay, we're getting there. We're close to the end, I think. These items are found at the dollar store. These are not specifically Disney, but I plan on using them for that. So these were $1 each. There's 4 little containers in each pack. I'm going to use these for the new emos so they can have their own little cauldrons or their own little trick-or-treat buckets. You can also use these for some of your Disney plush too, or maybe they might look so cool with the Funko Pops and different things, or these will just be fun to put out on display. So I wanted to share that little kind of DIY with you. And our final items today are 3 Funko Pops. We love Funko Pops. It's been a while since I've opened any Funko Pops on this channel because there really haven't been any. And trust me, I've pre-ordered quite a few, and the shipment dates keep getting delayed. So we'll see those a little bit later on in the year. I did want to share the newest Funko Pop I found at Hot Topic. This is for Spider-Man No Way Home. This is Pop number 912. This is Dr. Strange in his snow suit. I'm pretty confused with this one. I have my theories about this one, but I think it is so cool. I found it quite a few weeks ago, actually before the teaser trailer came out, and I don't think they were supposed to come out yet, so I feel kind of lucky being able to hold this one right now because I don't think they officially came out yet. Here's just a little kind of look at him. He's got his basic little Doctor Strange's hair, his kind of inspired cape there with his winter coat, and he's kind of got a little magic going on there on his right hand. He's holding the shovel and he's got boots on. So I have many questions for this one, but super happy I picked it up. I love Doctor Strange, love Spider-Man, so excited to see what goes on there. And then the 2 other Funko Pops I'm very excited about are the It's a Small World ones, and these I had pre-ordered many months ago. They were supposed to come out at the end of July, and I'm still waiting on 3 of them. So 4 of them were supposed to come out at end of July, and then for one of the Funko conventions they released the Mexico character, which is coming to Walmart, but that one is coming out a little bit later in the year, something like that. So later in the year you guys will get to see the other 3 It's a Small World Funko Pops, but I did just want to show the ones I do have now. The first one we have is number 1071, and that is the Kenya character. I really want to show the boxes here too because they have the beautiful like gray and gold It's a Small World print all over them. I love the style of this and I'm so happy that they made ones for It's a Small World. Here you can see our little Kenya character. Absolutely love the outfit. I love the details. There's so many details in the dress. We have the necklace, the bracelets, and then the next one is 1073. This is the United States character themed to Hawaii. This character kind of looks like Lilo. We got the little grass skirt, the little lei there around the neck, and the flower in her hair. Super cute, and they have their own fun little poses. So I hope y'all enjoyed this kind of very long haul chatting video. I really had fun making it though. I hope that you all enjoyed watching as well, and thank you so much for watching up until this point if you did. It is very much appreciated. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and remember to do what you love and do what makes you happy, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!